Good evening, folks. We are live from Woodforest Bank Stadium for a great homecoming matchup between College Park Cavaliers and Grand Oaks Grizzlies. District 13 matchup. Two really good teams going at it tonight. Cavaliers bring a 3-1 record, while the Grizzlies boast an undefeated 4-0 record. This should be a really good matchup. College Park Cavaliers ranked a little bit higher in the state rankings. In the state 6A rankings, the Cavaliers come in at 57, while the Grizzlies are ranked 95. And then in Region 2, College Park boasting a 26 rank, while Grand Oaks comes in at 46. Grand Oaks averaging 61 points a game, largely on the ground. Their rushing game very strong. Cavaliers averaging 25 points a game, but also boasting a strong defense, which should be a great matchup as we see who's going to come out ahead. The strong Grizzlies ground game or the tough Cavaliers defense. The Grizzlies are averaging 387 yards on the ground per game, just over 100 passing. They're led by senior running back Micah Cooper, who's averaging 175 yards a game. Quarterback Hudson Hamilton, just a sophomore, 85 yards a game average. Linebacker Jack Manning, senior for the Grizzlies, 8.5 tackles a game. And then their defensive line led by Geronimo Rodriguez, who has about a sack a game. Hang with us. It's a beautiful night here at Woodforest Stadium, 64 degrees. Kickoff about 25 minutes away.
Should an emergency occur, instructions will be provided through public address system. Public safety personnel dispersed through the stadium may also provide instructions to fans. It is important for people to remain calm and follow through the instructions. If there is a total loss of power, please stay seated and school district staff will provide further directions. Under special circumstances for safety purposes, fans may be required to evacuate the stadium. Should this occur, please follow the directions provided through the public address system and leave in a calm, orderly fashion through the nearest gate. Should a weather event develop, information and warnings will be provided through the stadium public address system. After an event would cause you to leave the stadium, you would be readmitted to the stadium once it's safe. To report a public safety issue, please inform a CISD police officer or school official. Lastly, please remember, if you see something, say something.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to tonight's game. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the UIL. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players and students have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve excellence. This facility is also following COVID-19 risk mitigation guidelines as recommended by the UIL and state authorities. We ask that as a spectator, you help slow the spread of COVID-19 by wearing a face covering at all times unless consuming food or drink, maintaining at least 6 feet of distancing at all times from other groups and individuals outside of your household, and washing or sanitizing your hands often and avoiding touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. We also ask that as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, trainers, cheerleaders, dancers, and musicians have put forth. Cheer them on, applaud them, but do not, through any of your actions, cause them to doubt the value of their hard work. By your conduct, allow these young people to feel pride in their communities and schools. While your sportsmanlike actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. The game officials have been mutually agreed upon by school officials from both schools. Their role is not unlike any of those players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators. Without them, this game would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask you, as students, parents, and citizens, to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. Enjoy the game.
District 13 6A contest features the Disney Grand Oaks Grizzlies versus the Women's College Park Cavaliers. Superintendent of Conroe ISD is Dr. Curtis Knoll. Athletic Director of Conroe ISD is Mr. Danny Law. Cindy DeVore, Shadaria Williams. Let's give these young people a round of applause. No football game would be quite complete without one group of young people that really add to the total enjoyment of tonight's activities. Naturally, these are the cheerleaders. And now we'd like to introduce the 2020-2021 Grand Oaks High School Varsity Cheer Squad. The one and only Grand Oaks mascot, Senior Austin Whistle. And your varsity cheerleaders, Paris Cruz, Amaya Johnson, Senior Maddie Alexander, Senior Sophia Felker,
What's the information
KK Tugwell, All-American Abigail Flora, Senior All-American Solange Camus, Senior Sarah Say,
not too reliable ones.
Peyton Mason,
Last year's a little bit different. Yeah, it's different.
Senior Haley Adams, All-American Lexi Stewart,
2 or 3 years ago,
Brooke Baker,
you don't stop running.
Senior Amber Ness, All-American Emily Kolar, Bree Figueroa, Senior Peyton Blackman, Gabby Alvarado, Reagan Dutton, Lady Liggett,
Just do that, not have to do anything. Right now,
Olivia Orcali,
white team, C team.
Taylor Chambers,
I was thinking when this year was going, I was like, maybe that's going to be wiped out.
All-American Devony Parker,
All the colors still, we're one of the few that has to see.
Lucia Duran,
All the other ones are completely out.
Ashlyn Dill.
They got the numbers.
The varsity cheerleaders are under the leadership and direction of head cheer coach Megan Turner. And now for your College Park varsity cheerleaders.
Real low. The ones who did.
Carly Bentley, Allie Bonaventure, Kara Wardowski, Emma Buyutama, Cindy DeVore, Nadia English, Kira Fincher, Krista Freeman, Mackenzie Hensley, Ashley Hensley, Georgia Hicks, Charter Houston, Zoe Luckett, Paige McDonald, Sadie McDowell, Mackenzie Lloyd, that you take a moment to consider in your own way the safety of the players in this contest, the sportsmanship that will be displayed, and everyone's safe return home. Please join in a moment of silence. Thank you. And if you would, please remain standing for the playing of the school song. First, the school song of Grand Oaks High School. And now, the school song of College Park High School.
It's not enough to be the leader in robotic-assisted procedures if we're not by your side for every step of your recovery, guiding you back to what makes you. Because it's not enough to replace you if we're not getting to the moments that can't be replaced. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Resilience, strength, teamwork. We're no strangers to disaster, and our spirit is even bigger than our state. We're Montgomery County's hometown bank, Wood Forest National Bank, with over 25 area locations to assist you. Proudly celebrating 40 years in business and supporting community partners such as Conroe Independent School District, Montgomery County Food Bank, Wood Forest Food Bank Center, Montgomery County Habitat for Humanity, Wood Forest Center.
What if everyone could heal like a pro? As the official healthcare provider for the Houston Texans, we use our experience to treat every patient with the same elite level of care. Studying the human body at its peak to better treat it when it's not. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Or just looking for a place for good, reliable service? Go with the name you know. Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. The Gullo family has been serving the Conroe Woodlands area since 1970. So the next time you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or just need service, do yourself a favor and go see Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford. Or log on anytime at GulloAuto.com. Gullo, let's drive.
Cut the grass.
All right, we're back live, Woodforest Bank Stadium. Big district matchup between College Park Cavaliers and Grand Oaks Grizzlies. It is homecoming for College Park tonight, so they're looking for a big win to improve to 4-1. Grizzlies coming in at an undefeated 4-0, and quite the rushing attack that the Cavaliers are going to have their hands full to put a stop to, averaging 387 yards on the ground a game. It's a gorgeous night out here at Woodforest Stadium. 63 degrees, perfect Friday night football weather. We've got a nearly full moon rising directly opposite the press box. We're looking out east, and that moon is gorgeous and rising as we're getting ready for kickoff in about 7 minutes. Waiting for the teams to make their dramatic entrance. I want to thank the game day sponsor, Houston Methodist, the Woodlands Hospital, caring for the complete athlete from start to finish. Houston Methodist, the Woodlands Hospital, can get you back to full strength faster. From strains to complex concussions, our board-certified doctors use the most advanced technologies to provide the most comprehensive care. For more information, visit houstonmethodist.org/the Woodlands. We've got 6 minutes to kick off. Teams getting ready to enter the field in dramatic fashion. Grizzlies in their all-white uniforms, orange helmets. The Cavaliers going to come out in their silver unis and dark blue helmets. District play starts tonight. Both teams coming off of a bye week. Conroe ISD would like to thank the press box sponsors for the 2020 season. BJ's Restaurant, Portofino Shopping Center here in Shenandoah. Buca de Beppo in the Portofino Shopping Center in Shenandoah. Buffalo Wild Wings also in the Portofino Shopping Center in Shenandoah. Chili's of the Woodlands, College Park Chick-fil-A, Culver's in Conroe, HEB Conroe Market and Harper's Trace, Manny's Barbecue in Conroe, Mackenzie's Barbecue in Conroe, Raising Cane's of Conroe, the Woodlands and Rayford Road, Red Robin of the Woodlands, Russo's New York Pizzeria in Conroe, Spectrum in Oak Ridge, Spring Creek Barbecue in the Portofino Shopping Center in Shenandoah, Texas Roadhouse Conroe, Vernon's Country Catfish Conroe, and Wings and More Conroe. And a special thanks to Chick-fil-A for sponsoring the press box tonight. I did my research last night, folks. I came prepared, although I couldn't find stats on College Park Cavaliers. I can share some state rankings. Both teams, of course, coming from the 6A ranks, and College Park ranked number 57 in the state for 6A schools. Grand Oaks at 95. And then in their Region 2, Cavaliers ranked number 26, while the Grizzlies are 46.
The Grand Oaks Grizzlies!
And here come your Grand Oak Grizzlies. Through the smoke and fog machine, following the colors of the flags. They're ready to go tonight, looking to improve to 5-0. Starting out their district play. While we have a really good crowd here tonight celebrating the homecoming of College Park Cavaliers. It's going to be a really good game tonight, folks, I anticipate. A strong Grizzly offense against a tough College Park defense. And here come your College Park Cavaliers to a raucous applause from the crowd. They too look ready to go tonight. Perfect weather and a perfect opportunity to start district play. 1-0 and improve their overall record to 4-1. Just about 2.5 minutes to kick off. Junior ROTC with the colors for tonight as we get ready for our national anthem.
The presentation of the colors tonight is being presented by the College Park Marine ROTC.
Those are the College Park Marine ROTC.
Marine Corps Rifle Barrier Cadet Staff Sergeant Kendall Crean. Marine Corps Flag Bearer Cadet First Lieutenant Jaden Casino. Texas Flag Bearer Cadet Captain Carla Reyes. National Ensign Cadet First Sergeant Elizabeth Fleming. National Ensign Rifle Bearer Gunnery Sergeant Clifford Alvarado.
Well, at least they can get dead on the center. I was going to say, they also can march in step. What, 6 inches?
And again, that is your Marine Corps Junior ROTC from College Park, presenting tonight's colors. Clock is reset to 12 minutes. They're getting ready for the first quarter. Coin toss here in any moment. Again, this is homecoming for the Cavaliers. Always good to get a victory on homecoming night. They are the home team, of course. The stadium plays host to both high schools. Good crowd here tonight on the home side and visitor side. Grant Nickel going out for the coin toss for Grand Oaks. And Dylan Hazen going out to midfield for York Cavaliers. All right, once again, a big matchup, folks. Cavaliers come in with a 3-1 record. Grand Oaks Grizzlies at 4-0, and a monster rushing attack averaging just under 400 yards a game. 387-yard average. 61 points a game through the first 4 games of the season. Cavaliers averaging 25 points a game, but also bringing in a 3-1 record. So their defense is keeping opponents below that average. So this should be a matchup of strong offense, strong defense. Which one's going to get the advantage tonight? We're about to find out, as the Cavaliers will be receiving the kickoff. Get ready for an exciting game tonight. And the kickoff is up and received at about the 3-yard line. Busted up the middle, through a couple tackles, picking up some blocks and up to the 25. Scoots around a couple would-be tacklers and brought down at the 25-yard line. Hank Hudson on the return. Junior Ty Buckman in for quarterback for the Cavaliers. Bobbles the snap, has to try to run with it and brought down for a loss of 5. Should count as a sack for Grand Oaks. They'll mark it at the 22. Second down and 14. 3 wide receivers set. 1 running back in the backfield. Snap is good this time. Handoff taken up the middle past the 30-yard line and broken to the left side. He could go all the way, and he will. Nobody's going to catch him, folks. Second play of the game. A huge touchdown for College Park. We are 1 minute and 1 second into tonight's game. 6-0 Cavaliers. Dylan D'Angelo, junior running back, with the carry. That was about a 77-yard touchdown. The snap for the extra point is good. Kick is up. It's 7-0 Cavaliers on their homecoming night. That's the way you want to start. Just a handoff up the middle, picks up the blocks he needs, takes to the left hash marks, and he is off. Nobody even close. That's the way to get the crowd behind you after 2 plays. Grand Oaks have 2 players back on the 8-yard line to receive this kickoff. Grizzlies trying to respond to that quick touchdown of the Cavaliers. Very short, high kick, fielded at about the 26, 27-yard line and immediately brought out of bounds at the 28. Grizzlies offense led on the ground by senior running back Micah Cooper, who's averaging 175 yards a game. quickly out of the huddle, under center, takes a quick snap. It is a handoff up the middle, brought down at the 30. Hudson Hamilton, the quarterback for the Grizzlies. He is a sophomore, averaging 85 yards through the air a game, but it's the ground attack that the Grizzlies have established this season. They're looking at 2nd and 7. Again, quickly out of the huddle, direct under center. That was going to be a false start penalty. Looked like the right side of the line took off a little early. Maybe tight end Garrett Steele a little quick off the line of scrimmage on that. Bring them back 5 and make it 2nd and 12 at their own 26-yard line. Play comes in from the sideline. They'll break the huddle quickly. You'll see Hamilton under center, and it'll be a quick snap. Looks to his left, fires, complete, but brought down immediately at about the 31-yard line. Tristan Browse on the reception for the Grizzlies. It's a 3rd and long on their first series, 3rd and 7. They get the quick snap. It is a play action, rolling to his right, looking downfield, has a man wide open. That pass is complete, and this is going to go all the way for a touchdown, Grizzlies. Sean Zavere, junior running back, with that reception. So both teams, first series with quick scores off of big plays. Cavaliers on the ground, Grizzlies through the air, looking for the tie with this extra point. Good snap. Kick is up and good. 7-7 here on homecoming night for your College Park Cavaliers. Really good pass. So that pass right there will nearly get him to his average of 85 yards a game. I suspect today we might see some bigger numbers from Hamilton. This has the feel of a high-scoring game, as we're only 2.5 minutes into the first quarter, and it's 7-7. Cavaliers have 2 players back on the goal line, set to receive the kickoff. Kick is off. Nice deep kick into the end zone. He's going to run it out of the end zone up to the 10-yard line. Cuts it back to the right sideline. He's up across the 30, brought down from behind at the 35. He had a bit of a lane, and he saw some daylight. Missed the call, but it's coming back 10 yards. I'm going to guess that's a hold. So a really nice return out of the end zone. But the penalty is going to negate that and bring it back all the way. They're marching this back to the 8-yard line, it looks like. So a really tough penalty. 1st and 10 from their own 8. Cavaliers in shotgun. Snap is up, handoff, up the middle, brought down just across the 10-yard line. Dylan D'Angelo with the carry. D'Angelo with the first touchdown for the Cavs. First touchdown of the game on the second play from scrimmage. Cavaliers go 3 wide, 1 in the backfield. Snap good, a handoff again up the middle, brought down immediately for a short gain, maybe 2 yards. And it'll pick up a big third down, 3rd and 6. Cavaliers have their ball in their own 13. Wide receiver motions from the left side and sets up on the right slot. Snap. Rolling out to the right, finds his receiver. That's good for a first down, and then out of bounds at about the 23, 24-yard line. That'll move the chains and bring up a new set of downs for the Cavaliers. I believe that was Carson Nolan on the reception. Ty Buckman in shotgun for the Cavaliers. Takes the snap. Handoff. Once again to D'Angelo with a short gain. Let's give him 3 yards and call it 2nd and 7. Cavaliers seem to be using the run to set up the pass here in the early part of this first quarter. Shotgun snap, looking to pass to his right side, off the hands of the receiver. That route was nearly jumped by the corner for the Grizzlies. And the Cavaliers looking at another 3rd and long, 7 yards to go for the first down. They're going to need to make it to about the 31-yard line. Buckman back in shotgun, wide receiver in motion from the right side and sets up in the left slot. Quarterback rolls to his right, finds his receiver on the sideline. From here, it looks like he brought it down. The ref is saying out of bounds. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the Cavaliers will have no choice but to punt it away. First punt of the night as both teams scored on their initial possession. 2 back to receive for the Grizzlies. This punt kicked to the right sidelines. And lands out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So decent field position for the Grizzlies as they'll take over at their own 42. Conroe ISD would like to thank our anchor partners for their support: Buckaloo Chevrolet, Woodforest National Bank, Memorial Hermann, the Woodlands Medical Center, Houston Methodist, the Woodlands Hospital, and Gullo Auto Group. 7:08 left in the first quarter. This will be the second series for Grand Oaks. Scored on a big completion on their first possession. Quickly out of the huddle, snap, handoff to the right side, looking for the sweep, but caught a little bit behind the line of scrimmage there, probably for a 1-yard loss. Maybe they'll spot it at the line of scrimmage, generously maybe giving him half a yard. Sets up 2nd and 10. Out of the huddle, directly under center. Dropping back to pass. Going deep, looking for number 15, just out of reach. He had his man beat. Throw just a little strong. Intended for Brett Wilson, junior wide receiver. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. Cavaliers looking for a stop here. Grizzlies came in averaging 387 yards on the ground per game. And they've been going through the air quite a bit to start. Dropping back to pass again, and he is forced to toss that basically into the dirt at the line of scrimmage to avoid the sack. That brings up 4th and 10. Grand Oaks forced to punt. And Cavaliers will put 2 back to receive just inside the 20. Trying to make this a game of field position, while Grand Oaks cannot take advantage of their field position on that possession. Snap was a little bit high. He gets the kick off inside the 20. Going to be fielded. No. Unable to catch it, so gets away from it. It bounces out of bounds inside the 15. That's a great punt. That'll force the Cavaliers to start from the 14-yard line. I'll give them a long field to work with. Both teams mirroring each other on those first 2 possessions with big play scores on their first series and then 3 and outs on their second. Homecoming here tonight for College Park, looking to give their fans a great homecoming win. Coming in with that 3-1 record. First game at district play. Both teams looking for that win. Quarterback going to go from under center on this possession. Bobbles the snap. It's a fumble picked up by Grand Oaks and, almost brought into the end zone. Then fumbled into the end zone, but the refs are saying down at the 2-yard line. So a tough turn of events for the Cavaliers as they force Grand Oaks to go 3 and out. And then on the very first snap that follows, a fumble on the snap. Recovered by Grand Oaks. Nearly brought into the end zone, but brought down at the 2-yard line. Grand Oaks looking to take the lead for the first time this game. And timeout. Timeout, Grand Oaks. I'm waiting to see. There we got the air guitar. They're trying to get him back on the camera. He's the only man in the stadium who's willing to show us his air guitar skills. Sadly, that's what happens when rock and roll is no more and these kids don't listen to it. They're not sure what to do in this instance. All right, first down and goal. Snap and a rollout to the left side, brought down for a loss. That is a huge defensive play by the Cavaliers. That's a loss of 7 yards back to the 9-yard line. I believe that was Micah Cooper, the senior running back for the Grizzlies, with the carry and the sweep on the left side. Here's the replay. Right directly from the snap, a quick handoff, and the Cavaliers were all over that. Grand Oaks likes to go with that quick snap, a roll out to the right side, looking for his receiver in the end zone, and it is deflected by the Cavaliers, number 3, Joseph Golden, junior defensive back. That was a great defensive play. Decent throw to the front corner of the end zone. Cavaliers DB all over that. And it'll bring up a third down, 3rd and goal from the 9. Grizzlies had great field position to start this at the 2. A loss of 7 on the next play, followed by that incomplete pass, brings up an important 3rd and 9. Cavaliers will be happy to escape here with a field goal even, or holding Grand Oaks to the field goal, that would be. And nothing going on the ground for the Grizzlies. If that was a gain, it was no more than a yard. And that'll bring up 4th and goal from about the 8. It looks like they may be bringing in their kicking team. Grizzlies trying to get away with some points on the board after a big turnover. Although you got to feel that they're a bit disappointed they didn't get it across the goal line. It's a good snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. Grizzlies take the lead for the first time tonight, 10-7. There's 4:35 left in the first quarter. That field goal following a fumble by College Park, recovered and brought down at the 2-yard line. So again, Cavaliers got to be feeling pretty good after that sequence. They get out of there with Grand Oaks only getting the field goal for that 10-7 lead. Connor Dunphy and Holden Rook back to receive for the Cavaliers, setting up on the goal line. Number 7, Grant Nickel, is the kicker for Grand Oaks. He has a boot, but he purposely shorts this one to the 30. Received and brought up to the 35, across the 40, up to the 45, 50, and brought down on the Grand Oaks side of the field. Inside the 50, they'll mark it at the 47-yard line, so great field position for the Cavaliers to try to follow that last sequence and turnover with great field position and trying to get some points on the board. Ty Buckman, quarterback for the Cavaliers, in shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 1 running back. The snap is good. It's a handoff to 22. D'Angelo with maybe a 3-yard gain up to the 45. They'll call it 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Buckman and D'Angelo in the backfield, both juniors for College Park. The snap is up. It's an option play. He pitches it back to D'Angelo, who's trying to get onto the outside. He gets some ground and positive yards up to the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him back at the 43, actually, and say he stepped out of bounds. That'll bring up a 3rd down. And they'll say a long 5. Same formation, 3 wide. Wide receiver in motion from the right and sets up in the slot. Quarterback rolls to his left, finds his wide receiver in the flats. That's a big gain for a first down to about the 31-yard line. Pass complete to wide receiver Carson Nolan. And a new set of downs for the Cavaliers. Wide receiver in motion. It's a fake handoff to that wide receiver in motion. Quarterback keeper up the middle. A big gain. Gets the first down and a couple more. Let's call it 12 yards. That'll move the chains. And the Cavaliers marching down to the 18-yard line, looking to answer the field goal that the Grizzlies put on in their last possession. No real hangover from the last possession and the fumble. They're looking sharp on this drive. Wide receiver in motion to the right. The snap is good. It's a handoff to D'Angelo up the middle. He is bruising his way forward after initial contact, got an additional 3 or 4 yards, and brought down just inside the 15-yard line for a 4 or 5 yard gain. Second down and 6 yards to go. Buckman and D'Angelo in the backfield for the Cavaliers. Here's the snap. It's a fake handoff. Quarterback keeper around the outside. Gets past his first tackler. Brought down at the 10-yard line, maybe a little bit inside the 10. Just short of the first down. So that'll bring up a big 3rd down and 1. Play coming in from the sideline. Cavaliers up to the line of scrimmage. Tighter formation here. Nobody wide. It's a snap and a quarterback keeper up the middle, past a couple of arm tackles, and finally brought down at the 2-yard line. That was Alex Brigman, wide receiver, with the snap, filling in as the quarterback on that sequence. And he comes in with the play as they line up in a similar formation. D'Angelo in the backfield. It's a fake handoff to D'Angelo. Quarterback keeper, cross the goal line, touchdown, College Park. And they made that look pretty easy as they started with good field position and took advantage of it. They retake the lead from Grand Oaks, 13-10, pending the extra point. Snap is a little bit low, brought down and placed well for the kicker, who gets it through the uprights to give the Cavaliers a 14-10 lead. Conroe ISD would like to thank our founding partners for their support: Shenandoah Municipal Development District, Richmond Realty Group, Consolidated Communications, Lone Star College, Artavia, St. Luke's Health, the Woodland Sports Medicine Center, and Sam Houston State University. So homecoming night for College Park. They retake the lead 14-10, get this crowd right back into it. College Park comes in ranked 57th in the state for 6A schools and 26th in the state for Region 2. Looking to improve on that ranking with the win over Grand Oaks tonight. But Grand Oaks comes in undefeated at 4-0, trying to open district play with a victory. A very short pooch punt, or kick rather, and that will go out of bounds giving Grand Oaks excellent field position to start this series. 51 seconds of the first quarter to play. This is a perfect Friday night for Texas football here in the middle of beautiful Montgomery County, Shenandoah, Texas. 59 degrees. A nearly full moon rising over the stadium. Homecoming. Halloween weekend. Just the perfect night. Grand Oaks quickly under center. The snap and handoff hit immediately behind the line of scrimmage. They'll mark him maybe a yard behind the line of scrimmage, maybe at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10, maybe 2nd and 11. Grand Oaks having a hard time getting anything started on the ground, which surprises me, as they are coming into this game just under 400 yards on the ground a game, 387 yards per game, and nothing going against the Cavaliers. And that was something that I came in wanting to pay attention to. High-powered offense, very good defense. Which one's going to break the other one? So far, College Park defense seems to be handling the Grizzlies pretty good. That's the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers 14, Grizzlies 10.
Hi, it's Donnie Buckaloo from Buckaloo Chevrolet, home of the Better Buy. Buckaloo Chevrolet is here to help you with all your transportation needs. Visit us in Conroe or shop BuckalooChevrolet.com. See you soon.
It's a better buy at Buckaloo.
Beautiful night at Woodforest Bank Stadium. 14-10 Cavaliers over the Grizzlies. I guess that wasn't the official end of the quarter, as there's a second on the clock. Here's a quick snap, looking to pass, looking deep and just over the reach of his wide receiver on the left side of the field. That is the end of the first quarter. We're at the start of the second quarter. Quick snap. Grizzlies back to pass, being chased. There is a flag on this play. That reception is complete but out of bounds. I suspect this is going to be a hold against Grand Oaks. Cavaliers defensive rush looking good tonight, putting lots of pressure on the quarterback. Defensive holding is the call. Cavs coach looking for an explanation on this call. And after a little bit of a conference, they will walk off this penalty. And Grand Oaks will get a clean set of downs from their own 47-yard line. They break huddle quickly to the line. Snap and a handoff. Takes it around the outside right side of the line and brought down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Grand Oaks yet to get anything going on the ground. The Cavaliers defense playing very tough tonight. Ready and waiting for them on those handoffs. Not fooled too much. Micah Cooper with the carry. 1 yard gain. 2nd and 9. Under center snap. And a handoff to the fullback. Oh, he drops a shoulder and rocks a would-be tackler. Gets himself an extra 4 yards down to the 35-yard line. And that is a first down. Now I realize there's not many fullbacks in high school football. And I don't believe that that was technically a handoff to the fullback. But he was lined up in a similar position. This is a handoff up the middle again, and a positive yard of 5 on the carry. Maybe 4. They'll call it 2nd and 6. And Grand Oaks trying to get something started on the ground here. Seem to be doing a little bit better from the 32-yard line. Looking to the sideline. Changing the play at the line. Under center. Takes the snap. Handoff to number 8. Around the outside. Following his blockers. Back towards the middle of the field. Down at the 25. That's right where the first down marker is. The ref looks to be spotting it just short of the 25. They need the 25 for that first down, so it'll bring up 3rd and short. Micah Cooper on the carry. Quickly to the line. Quick snap. Quarterback keep. Brought right up the middle. That's good for the first down. Forward progress stops him at the 24-yard line. New set of downs for Grand Oaks. They like the quick snap, under center, snap, handoff to the left side. Not much to gain there. The ball pops out at the very end. They're going to rule him down. I don't think that was even a question. Micah Cooper on the carry for the Grizzlies. A short gain of maybe 1 yard. It's 2nd and 9. Play comes in from the sideline. They'll break huddle and do a quick snap. Direct from center. And fakes the handoff, play action. It's not even a play action. It's just quarterback keep on the left side, but he's brought down for a loss at the 26-yard line and shoved out of bounds. Not a positive gain on that, and in fact brings up a tough 3rd down now. Looking at about a 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14. Just as they were getting a ground game going, Cavaliers step it up, and they'll have to pick up a lot of yards here. Rolls back and out to his right, looking for the end zone, and has a receiver, but that is deflected by a Cavalier defender. Maybe Kurt Evangelister, if I'm right with the numbers. A good defensive stop, bringing up a long 4th down. And it looks like they will attempt a field goal. This will be a 44-yard field goal attempt. It's a good snap. The kick is up. It seems to have the distance, and it's through the uprights. A 44-yard field goal for Grand Oaks. Cavaliers 14, Grizzlies 13. And a really good kick to put the Grizzlies 1 point behind College Park. All right, we're back at Wood Forest Bank Stadium for homecoming night. College Park Cavaliers holding on to a 1-point lead over the Grand Oak Grizzlies. Cavs getting the ball back after a 44-yard field goal from the Grizzlies. Cavs put 2 men back on the goal line. This kicker has done it both ways. He's kicked it into the end zone. He's also kicked it high and short. This one will be of the first variety. It does hit at the 1-yard line, so it has to be fielded. That's a live ball picked up at the 1, brought up past the 10, and he's over on the right sideline to the 20, 25, 30, where he's hit and brought down at about the 32-yard line. That was quite the recovery. That was almost a crucial mistake. Thinking the ball was going to land in the end zone for a touchback. It landed at the 1-yard line, had to be fielded. Picked up and carried for about a 33-yard gain. They're going to mark it at the 34. It's 1st and 10. Handoff. And brought down on the right side behind the line of scrimmage. Forward progress will mark it right back at the line of scrimmage on the 34. 2nd and 10 for College Park. Again, a special thanks to Chick-fil-A for sponsoring the press box tonight. Out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on the left, no wide right. Snap is up and good. Quick pass to the left side to the slot receiver. And carried for about a 3-yard gain after the catch, brought down at the 38-yard line. Just a little over 7 minutes left to play in the first half. Big 3rd down. 6 yards to go for the first. And the snap is good. Quarterback rolls to his right. He's looking deep. It looks like the wide receiver got turned around, but there are several flags on the field. This is going to be pass interference or defensive holding. And that'll give a new set of downs to the Cavaliers. That'll be a defensive hold. That pass was intended for, I'm showing perhaps Holden Rook. I think next week I'm going to have to bring some reading glasses into the press box to read some of these names on the roster. 1st and 10. Cavaliers on their own 48. This one will be from under center. And a pitch to the left. D'Angelo hit behind the line of scrimmage and brought down for a 1-yard loss. Pushing the Cavaliers back to the 47-yard line and bringing up 2nd and 11. Both bands exiting the stadium to get ready for the halftime show. Make sure you stick around to catch Grand Oaks as they do the first half of halftime, and your College Park Cavaliers band will play the second half. From under center, quarterback with the snap, play action, rolls to his right, looking deep, finds his receiver on the sideline, but incomplete. That pass intended for Alex Brigman, junior wide receiver.
So they traded the wireless. There was a whole other wireless system.
Another big third down, 3rd and 11.
So this is a different system. It was the whole system that was bad. Can you believe that on three?
Out of shotgun, 3 wide receivers. The snap is good. Quarterback rolls to his right, looking downfield, has a receiver and overthrows him, intercepted by Grand Oaks. Brought down inbounds at the 26-yard line. That is a turnover. The second one for the Cavaliers. Giving new life to the Grizzlies. With just over 6 minutes left in the half. On the last possession, the Grizzlies finally got something going on the ground. Quick snap and brought down immediately behind the line of scrimmage. Running back Micah Cooper with the carry. Grizzlies like to move fast. They get the play in. They break huddle, quarterback under center. They snap it immediately. And he drops back to pass, finds his receiver on the left side. It is dropped through the hands. Tristan Browse, the intended receiver, sophomore wide receiver. So it's a quick 3rd and 12 with very little time off the clock. And if you're the Grizzlies, you got to consider changing up the cadence here, as they're immediately snapping it every time they go to the line of scrimmage. This one was play action. Wide receiver open, but overthrown. And that'll bring up a 4th and 12, forcing the Grizzlies to punt this one away with 5.5 minutes left in the half. I believe Brandon High, sophomore running back, was the intended receiver. 2 Cavaliers back on the 35 to receive this punt. Snap is good. Punt is off. It's a high one. It's a fair catch, and he'll reel it in about the 29, 30-yard line. A decent punt for Grand Oaks. Cavaliers take over on their own 29. 5 minutes, 23 seconds left in the half. Cavaliers lead 14-13. District game and homecoming for College Park. Three wide receivers, shotgun formation. The snap is good. It's a handoff to D'Angelo. Takes it up the middle, breaks it to the left, and positive yardage, about 5-yard gain. And that'll bring up about 2nd and 5. Both teams committing to the run tonight, using the run to set up some play-action passes. Snap is good. Another handoff up the middle to D'Angelo, brought down at the 34-yard line. They'll call it a 1-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 5. College Park breaks huddle with 3 wide receivers. Slot receiver on the left. Snap is up. Play action pass. Looks to his right. Quarterback has his man through the hands of his wide receiver. Threw it a little bit high. Grizzlies right there to make the hit had he caught it. Alex Brigman, the intended receiver, junior wide receiver for the Cavaliers. A quick 3 and out for both teams. Grizzlies get the ball back. with 4 minutes left as the Cavaliers forced a punt from their own 34. 2 back for the Grizzlies, just inside the 30. Oh, the snap is bobbled, recovered and kicked. This punt is pretty good. Takes a initial bounce in the Cavaliers' favor and then kind of stalls out and goes sideways, downed at the 26-yard line. Good punt for College Park. And Grizzlies taking over on their own 27 with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first half. They're down 1. Last 2 possessions ending in a field goal, or rather their last 2 scoring possessions ending in field goals. Quick snap, handoff up the middle, tried to be brought off to the left side, but brought down at the 31-yard line. And they'll be looking at 2nd and 6. Grizzlies like to play fast as soon as they break the huddle and jump to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback under center. Wide receiver in motion. Handoff up the middle. Hit immediately at the line. Forward progress. Stopped. Whistle blows. That carry was by Brandon High, sophomore running back. So it's a 3rd, and they'll call it 4. It's a long 4. And they're out of the huddle. Quick snap, play action, looking deep, has his receiver. He's underthrew him just a touch. He had a step on the defensive back. I think if that pass had a little bit more on it, he could have run directly under it and might have had his man beat for the end zone. Seth Wright, a senior wide receiver, the intended target. He had to slow down a little bit to try to let that throw catch up to him. And just enough for the defensive back to recover and break that up. This will force a punt. 2 Cavaliers back at the 25-yard line to receive. The punt is a very high one. It is fair caught at the 27-yard line. So some quick 3 and outs. Change of possessions. And both teams trying to close out the half with a score. Cavaliers holding on to a 1-point lead, 14-13. Just over 2.5 minutes left. From under center with an I formation. That is an old school look. The snap is good. It's a play action pass. He rolls to his right. Pass complete to the right-hand side. Number 10 brought down at the 41-yard line. That's a new set of downs. Michael Perry, a fullback. Yes, indeed. You don't call that very often these days, but that is a reception to a fullback, and that is good for a first down. They're on their own 42. Quickly up to the line. They'll go back to their shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers. The snap is good. It's handed off to D'Angelo. He takes a couple of jukes and breaks tackles past the first down marker and then some, all the way down to the 40-yard line. A new set of downs. It'll stop the clock at 2:07 while they reset. And the Cavaliers are showing some life. We have exactly 2 minutes left in the half. Cavaliers up to the line of scrimmage, going back to the I formation look. Wide receiver on the left in motion. 2 wide right, looking to pass right. Finds his other wide receiver on the outside for the completion. Brought down at about the 26-yard line, maybe the 27, and that will be good for another first down. Alex Brigman with the first down reception for the Cavs. Back up to the line of scrimmage. A minute and a half left. They're sticking with the I formation. Wide receiver on the right, in motion to the left. Oh, it's a bad snap. Yeah, I think he was able to fall on it immediately and retain possession. And it'll be a timeout. College Park, as they want to stop the clock at 1:21. They'll come out of this timeout looking at 2nd and 10. We're going to see if we can get some of these fans on the dance cam. I'm not sure these students know that they're on the dance cam. Let's go. Let's see some. There we go. There we go. Finally. All right, now back to the real action. Cavaliers from under center. Snap is good this time. Play action pass looking deep. Finds his man through his hands and incomplete. That pass intended for Michael Perry, the senior fullback for the Cavaliers. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 11. Just 1:15 left in this half. Hank Hudson, quarterback in shotgun. Hands off to D'Angelo, stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And from my vantage point, it almost looks like they may attempt to go for it here on 4th. The clock is running down to 50 seconds. If they go for it, folks, it's a 4th and 10. I guess with the clock situation and the field position. Although they're going to take a moment to think about it and use another timeout with 41 seconds left and staring at a 4th and long. And the way this game started, folks, it looked like it would be a high-scoring affair. But both defenses getting a handle on the opposing team's offense to keep the score where it is, 14-13, after 2 quick scores by each side. A big district game. Cavaliers come in at 3-1. The Grizzlies are protecting an undefeated record. They come in at 4-0. Both teams well rested, coming off their bye week last week. These are exciting plays. We've got 41 seconds left in a half. It's 4th and long. Cavaliers have decided to go for it. They're going from the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. A wide out from the right, in motion to the left. Snap is good. Quarterback, oh, the whistle's going to blow, and I don't see flags thrown. It looks like College Park used another timeout. Perhaps not liking what they see. An entertaining first half, followed by an entertaining halftime show. Grand Oaks band gets to start for the first roughly 15 minutes of the halftime show, and then the home team College Park Cavalier band gets to play to wrap up halftime. Make sure you stick around for that. Here we go. Exciting play. We're looking at 4th down. 2 players in motion, setting up on the left side for the Cavaliers. The snap is up. Quarterback looking to his left. Pump fake across the middle. Pass complete inside the 15-yard line. That's good for a 1st down. It'll stop the clock while they move the chains. They're going to have to get the snap off quick. Snap under center. He spikes the ball to stop the clock at 30 seconds. A huge first down for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers looking at 2nd and 10. Hank Hudson, quarterback for the Cavaliers, takes the snap, rolls to his left. Looking for his receiver. Got him open inside the 10-yard line. Brought down at the 8. That will not stop the clock. The clock is inside 20 seconds. Cavaliers trying to get to the line. It's 3rd down. They don't really want to spike the ball here. 15 seconds. They do spike it. They lose it down. And now they're looking at 4th down and about 5 yards. 5 yards will take them to the 4 or 5 yard line. So they really need to look end zone at this point. A first down would stop the clock only to reset the chains. So they're actually going to go for the field goal with 13 seconds left. And the kick is up. The kick is no good. I think it was wide right. So that would have been a 25, 26-yard field goal, but the attempt goes wide right. Cavaliers sit at 14 points. The Grizzlies at 13. 9 seconds to go. It is a turnover on downs. I would be surprised if the Grizzlies do anything except take a knee to run out this clock and go into their locker room down 1. And that's exactly what they'll do. Entertaining first half here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. Cavaliers 14, Grizzlies 13. We have homecoming here for College Park. Stick around for the halftime show and get ready for an entertaining second half. Awesome.
So glad Alex is on my team. There was so much Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the field your halftime entertainment, the Grand Oaks High School Royal Pride Drill Team. The Royal Pride Drill Team is under the direction of Jessica Hardesty and Hannah Gassis. This week, the girls will be performing a special guy-gal routine to Elvis Presley's Jailhouse Rock. The Royal Pride Drill Team would like to thank their partners for an incredible week and memories that will last a lifetime. Your 2020-2021 dance officers are Lieutenant Briley Garza, dancing with Ted Garza. Lieutenant Harley Morrison, dancing with Lee Morrison. Lieutenant Amari Bailey, dancing with Freddie Starks. Lieutenant Leah Shaw, dancing with Stephen Shaw. Major Haley Jones, dancing with Brian Jones. Lieutenant Colonel Lily Kelly, dancing with Paul Bircher. And Colonel Katie Fall, dancing with Tyler Fall. Your 2020-2021 social officers are new member coordinator Regina Costabella, dancing with Rodriga Costabella. New member coordinator Madeline Jacoby, dancing with Scott Jacoby. Chaplain Bethany Colley, dancing with John Colley. Historian Mila Luna, dancing with Ruben Luna. Secretary Lauren Shaw, dancing with Bob Evans. Vice President of Sisterhood Morgan Rodriguez, dancing with Pete Rodriguez. President Emma Robinson, dancing with James Robinson. The JV Spirit Girl of the Week is Madeline Guajardo, dancing with Emilio Guajardo. The JV Dancer of the Week is Madison Tigner, dancing with Hubert Tigner. The Varsity Spirit Girl of the Week is Hannah Richards, dancing with Robert Richards. And the Varsity Dancer of the Week is Ashley Flamenco, dancing with Carlos Flamenco. The Royal Pride will now perform their Guy Gal routine to Jailhouse Rock.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, straight from the home of the fearless Grizzlies, please welcome the Grand Oaks High School Grizzly Marching Band. The band is led by directors Mike Flake, Brian Moran, percussion director Jacob Morales, and color guard director Trace Brown. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Grace Reeves, Abigail Osborne, Haley Seekek, Hari Prasad, and junior drum major Andrew Tran. The color guard is under the leadership of captains Izzy Azar, Emily Pennington, Caitlin Molina, and Kaylin Alexander. Tonight, the band will perform the first part of their 2020 show entitled The Journey. In order to discover new lands, one must be willing to lose sight of the shore for a very long time. Grizzly Band section of the week is the trombones. Band member of the week is Henry Drost. Guard member of the week is Brooke Lanier. Percussion member of the week is Lauren Green. The Grizzly Band would like to thank our Band Booster organization, our wonderful sponsors, and the Rockstar administration of Grand Oaks High School. Go Grizzlies!
Ladies and gentlemen, performing tonight for your viewing pleasure, the award-winning program to the College Park Cavalier Marching Band, College Park Cavaliers, and our featured choreographer, Sophia Danilo, under the coaching of Patty Lee. Lieutenant Majors Marley Belk and Julia Stoper. Senior Lieutenant Isabella Nichols. Junior Lieutenants Delaney Harvey, Lindsay Hollis, Cody King, and Emma Weitzel. The social officers are President Ellie Teller, Vice President Lily Oleski, Secretary Cindy Scarborough, Chaplain Sophia Rosales, Spirit Chairs Avery Cormier and Grace Podocek, Social Media Chair Esme Rodriguez, and new member liaison Hillary Sanford. The new member of the week is Addison Phelps. The Spirit Girl of the week is Alyssa Harwood. And the Revelator of the week is Veronica Lisovaya. The Revelators under the direction of Miss Allison Lowry and Kaylee Trotter. Today the Revelators are performing their halftime routine to Uptown Funk. Take it away, Revelators. Ladies and gentlemen, due to homecoming festivities tonight, the Cavalier Marching Band will be performing its marching show immediately after the game. Why wait in bumper-to-bumper traffic after the game? Stick around and watch all the hard work the Monty Cavalier Marching Band has put in to perform their new show this year titled Planets. You'll be glad you stayed to watch, and you'll be less stressed too. No traffic.
What I do is I go blind and then I record it and have time on test. So since it's homecoming, I have to my camera on and keep going while we bring in the machine, so it's going to be yeah.
Senior Representative Maddie Cunningham. Congratulations. And your 2020 Homecoming King is Senior Representative Gavin Palmer Ruiz. Congratulations. And your 2020 Homecoming Queen is Senior Representative Mackenzie Hazen. Congratulations to all the Woodlands College Park High School's 2020 Homecoming Corps. This is a great honor. Student Council would like to thank everyone that helped make this event possible. Thank you and good night.
All right, a very entertaining halftime show and homecoming court presentation for College Park this evening. Both bands doing a fantastic job. About 20 seconds left on the clock before we get this second half started. A very entertaining first half and very close. Cavaliers 14, Grand Oaks 13. A couple big plays early on. And then a couple turnovers. A couple field goals for the Grizzlies, and that's where we sit, 14-13. District 13 game, both teams come in with winning records. Cavaliers at 3-1, Grand Oaks undefeated at 4-0. The Grizzlies come in with a rushing attack that's averaged 387 yards a game. They have not gotten a ground game going significantly this evening, as the Cavaliers' defense has played quite tough against the running attack of the Grizzlies. Grand Oaks will start with the ball in the second half, and we're getting ready for that right now as both teams are out on the field. 2 men back deep for the Grizzlies, setting up on the 10-yard line. Cavaliers got the ball on the tee, and this second half is getting ready to get started. The kick is up, very high in the air, fielded at the 30-yard line, and hit immediately, brought down at the 34. That was a dangerous kick for the Grizzlies, as by the time it came down as a live ball, the Cavaliers were right there to make the hit, if not to get close to recovering that kick. And I'm not sure if that was by design, but it could have certainly worked out in their favor. Grand Oaks going to start from the 34-yard line. If they stick to the game plan from the first half, they're going to break huddle and quickly get under center and snap it right away. At some point, that cadence is going to have to give to either the Cavaliers anticipating that snap or perhaps getting them to jump offside. Quick snap, play action, deep pass. They're going for it all on the first play. This one's intercepted by the Cavaliers at the 30, down by contact. First play out of the half, and the Cavaliers get a turnover. That's a huge momentum play. Junior defensive back Joseph Golden on the interception. That was a dangerous pass, as that wide receiver was covered by 2 Cavaliers. They were trying to get it all on one play, and a mistake to open the second half for the Grizzlies. Cavaliers going to try to capitalize on that mistake from the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 to his left, 1 wide right. The handoff to D'Angelo. Up the middle with a juke to the left side. Brings it out to the sideline. He's got the edge. He's across the 50 and brought down at the 49-yard line. Huge gain for the Cavaliers, as they get the ball on the Grand Oaks side of the field, just inside the 50 at the 49, a new set of downs. D'Angelo with a couple of big carries in the first half, including a pretty big touchdown run to start the first half. Same formation, 3 wide receivers, shotgun snap. It's good. It's a fake handoff, quarterback keeper. He takes it up the middle for the first down, and then some as he's brought down inside the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at the 27. And a new set of downs for the Cavaliers. 2 big plays to start their first series of the second half. Cavaliers coming out of the half as though they made some key adjustments with some big yardage gains on the first 2 plays. They'll take 3 wide right. It is a shotgun snap with a pitch to the right side. D'Angelo sweeps it wide to the sideline and brought down to the 20-yard line. It's a deceptively big gain of about 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Cavaliers committing to the run and having success with this. That's Ty Buckman in for quarterback. The snap, quarterback keeper up the middle, drops his shoulder, and hit at the 15. They'll mark forward progress and move the chains for a new set of downs. 1st and 10 Cavaliers. So Ty Buckman, quarterback for the Cavaliers, split some snaps with Hank Hudson in the first half. D'Angelo in the backfield, 3 wide receivers. It's a handoff to D'Angelo. He cuts it to the right side, up the middle, breaks a couple tackles, brought down at about the 7-yard line. And that'll bring up about a 2nd and 2. Grand Oaks struggling to put a stop to this Cavalier ground game at the beginning of the second half. Same formation, wide receiver on the white in motion. It is a play action and a quarterback keeper into the end zone for a touchdown. Cavaliers, they made that look a little too easy on their first possession of the second half. They'll take a 20-13 lead pending this extra point. Both teams good on their extra points so far, with the Cavaliers missing wide right on a field goal attempt at the end of the first half. This snap is up, kick is up, and good. That'll be a 21-13 Cavalier lead on this homecoming night at beautiful Wood Forest Bank Stadium. Conroe ISD would like to thank the press box sponsors for the 2020 season. BJ's Restaurant, Portofino Shopping Center in Shenandoah, Buca de Beppo and the Portofino Shopping Center here in Shenandoah. Buffalo Wild Wings, also in the Portofino Shopping Center in Shenandoah. Chili's of the Woodlands, College Park Chick-fil-A, Culver's in Conroe, HEB Conroe Market and Harper's Trace, Manny's Barbecue in Conroe, McKenzie's Barbecue in Conroe, Raising Cane's of Conroe, the Woodlands and Rayford Road, Red Robin of the Woodlands, Russo's New York Pizzeria in Conroe, Spectrum in Oak Ridge, Spring Creek Barbecue, Portofino Shopping Center, Shenandoah, Texas Roadhouse Conroe, Vernon's Country Catfish Conroe, Wings and More in Conroe. And a special thanks to Chick-fil-A for sponsoring the press box tonight. Cavaliers would like to capitalize on the momentum and get a quick 3-and-out from Grand Oaks. Grand Oaks looking to recover after that interception. It's a high kick, almost fielded, caught out of bounds, but it was clearly in bounds at the 26-yard line, and then only about a 2-yard gain up to about the 28, 29-yard line. And that's where the Grizzlies will start their second possession of the second half. Again, coming out of the half, first play, they tried for a big play-action pass gain and threw into coverage, intercepted by the Cavaliers, which they then turned into 7 points to take a 21-13 lead. Grizzlies trying to adjust and collect themselves. Quick snap, handoff up the middle, brought down after a gain of 3. The Grizzlies struggled in the first half to get a ground game going until the end of the first half, where they showed a little bit of success. But they did have to settle for 2 field goals. And again, they're averaging just under 400 yards a game on the ground, but struggling to get anything going tonight. Handoff and hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. The Cavaliers are playing a tough defense against the Grizzlies tonight. That defensive line really not giving any room for the running backs to maneuver this evening. That was carried by Noah McClatchy, sophomore running back from Grand Oaks. Quickly out of the huddle, you'll see him under center. It'll be a quick snap. Wide receiver in motion to the right. Quarterback looking to throw. He is brought down for a sack at the 25-yard line. A huge third down defensive stop for the Cavaliers. That'll force the punt team from Grand Oaks onto the field. Cavaliers forcing a quick 3 and out for the Grizzlies, and they have all the momentum here to start the second half on their homecoming night here at Wood Forest Bank Stadium. There have been some pretty good punts. They've got 2 men set up on the 30-yard line to receive. The snap was good. The kick is up. He's going to call for the fair catch, and he's got it about the 33-yard line. Decent field position for the Cavaliers, especially if they're able to have success on the ground like they did on the last series. Dylan D'Angelo, the junior running back for the Cavaliers, getting most of the touches out of the backfield and having a lot of success against this Grizzlies defense. From the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. D'Angelo in the backfield. He takes the handoff. He's looking for room to run. Makes it through the middle. Cuts it to the right and brought down at about the 42-yard line, just short of the first down. That'll bring up a 2nd and 1. And it's these short second down plays that I always anticipate a clever play action pass, hoping that you catch the defense watching for that run and maybe you get somebody to slip open deep to get another 7 on the board. From the shotgun, the snap is up. They'll hand it off to D'Angelo. He's got the first down and more. Trying to get it to midfield, brought down at about the 49-yard line. That'll move the chains for College Park. As they figure, why mess with something that's working? And this ground game is working in the second half. 2 wide receivers right. 1 wide receiver on his left. D'Angelo in the backfield. The snap is up. Play action to D'Angelo. He's looking for a pass. He gets hit as he throws. He's got his wide receiver down the middle, and it's complete at the 15-yard line. Brought down immediately, but a huge gain. They'll mark it at the 13-yard line. And there's a great play action pass and way to stay in the pocket by Buckman as he takes the hit, but still gets off a strong throw, catches his receiver in stride. And 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Shotgun formation. The snap is up. It's quarterback keeper. He makes some strong moves and breaks some tackles, gets inside the 5-yard line and brought down at the 4. Ty Buckman with the quarterback keeper. Nearly a first down. So it's 2nd and 1 from the 4. They can pick up the first down without having to score. Up to the line of scrimmage. They've got a tight formation, no wide receivers. Shotgun, quarterback keeper. He's going to the right side of the line. He drops his shoulder and rocks a would-be tackler. Brought down at the 1. This will bring up a new set of downs. 1st and goal from the half-yard line. About 1.5 feet to the end zone. I would be surprised if they do anything but a quarterback keeper here. Let's see. From under center. The snap, the quarterback sneak. He's pushed across the goal line. This one's going to be called touchdown. Cavaliers, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns to start the second half. That'll stretch their lead to 27-13. Pending this extra point, all the momentum swinging towards the College Park side here, coming out of the locker room in the second half. And there is a little bit of a scuffle between players, but they quickly get that taken care of. Players are off the field. Kick was good, 28-13, Cavaliers. I'd like to thank our game day sponsor, Houston Methodist, the Woodlands Hospital, caring for the complete athlete from start to finish. Houston Methodist, the Woodlands Hospital, can get you back to full strength faster. From strains to complex concussions, our board-certified doctors use the most advanced technologies to provide the most comprehensive care. For more information, visit houstonmethodist.org/the Woodlands. We got a little activity on the emoji cam. Now, I do understand the air guitar cam. I do understand the dance cam. I must admit, and perhaps it's my age, but what should I do if I'm on the emoji cam? Perhaps after a few more games, I'll learn. Cavaliers getting ready to kick off. Grizzlies set up 2 men deep on the 10. This kick is up. It's going to be fielded at about the 15. Caught clean on the sideline. Brought up to the 20. Back to the sideline. Brought out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Not the best field position for Grand Oaks, but they got to get something going, folks. Coming out of the second half here, they first play interception. The Cavaliers capitalized on with a touchdown. And then the next possession was a quick 3 and out with a third down sack from the Cavaliers defense. And that, of course, followed by the last score from College Park, 28-13. Grizzlies got to get something on the board to keep this game close. Under center snap, looking back to pass to his right, almost picked off. And the cornerback had that read the entire time. Coming out of the break, jumped the pass. It looks like that's Joseph Golden, junior cornerback for the Cavaliers. Great defensive play. And that is kind of the swing of things right here, with a lot of the momentum just coming on the College Park side. Under center, quick snap, handoff up the middle, brought down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Maybe 1 yard gain, but that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. The Grizzlies really struggling tonight to get their ground game going, and that's a surprise. Coming into this game, averaging just under 400 yards a game on the ground, and very little going for them this evening. A snap and a play action, roll out to the right side, looking for somebody to throw to, escapes one sack. This one is thrown out of bounds. They're throwing a flag. That's got to be intentional grounding. They'll call it grounding. I think the call being he didn't get it past the line of scrimmage, although he was outside of the pocket. So another bad series of downs for the Grizzlies. Quite the contrast from the first half, as they're struggling to get anything going here, and the punter has to set up in the end zone. So you got to get the clean snap here. Pretty good. And a decent punt. It's going to be fielded. Actually, they're going to let it fall, and it takes a Grizzly bounce. That punt landed at the 50, and it'll be downed at the 35. So a 15-yard roll in favor of Grand Oaks. Everything else seems to be bouncing Cavaliers' way. 4 minutes and 33 seconds left in this quarter. I would be surprised if we see much of anything except a strong rushing attack from College Park, as they're sitting on a 15-point lead. Shotgun formation. Player in motion in the backfield, handoff up the middle, met by a bunch of Grizzly tacklers right at the line of scrimmage. That'll keep the ball at the 35-yard line and bring up 2nd and 10.
Rodrigo, number 99.
Ty Buckman back in at quarterback. In the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. I suspect D'Angelo in the backfield with him. There's the snap and a handoff up the middle. Met again by a Grizzly tackler, this time behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. And that very well might have been the first carry for loss for D'Angelo tonight, as he has found some room to run against this Grand Oaks defense. It will bring up a 3rd and long. Grizzlies need a stop here. They need a stop so they can get a new set of downs themselves, and they also need a stop to stop this momentum that College Park has going on. It's a good snap. He's got a receiver across the middle, thrown a little bit high and out of reach. Floyd Eagleheart, senior wide receiver, the target across the middle. He was covered pretty close. And the throw just out of reach. That'll bring out the punting team for the Cavaliers. And that is the first thing that's gone right for Grand Oaks in the second half, as they force a quick 3 and out from the Cavaliers. Setting up back on the 30-yard line to receive the punt. Snap is good. Rugby style kick. It is fielded at the 30, off the bounce, and brought up to the 38-yard line and brought down. And now the Grizzlies got to be thinking, we've got to get some points on the board from this possession. It is a 2-possession game if they were to do a 2-point conversion. We're not at that point in the game yet. They just need a score. Break huddle directly under center. Quick snap. Handoff. And stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. College Park all over the run game. Grizzlies hard to get anything going this evening. That was Micah Cooper with the carry. Micah Cooper came in tonight. He's the senior running back from the Grizzlies, averaging 175 yards a game. He is nowhere close to that this evening. In motion. Quarterback back to pass. It's a screen pass, and not a lot of would-be blockers in front of that. He does get it up to about the 44-yard line. Noah McClatchy on the reception. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4. Just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Play comes in from the sideline. Grizzlies need these 4 yards here. The snap, quick pass to the right side, gets a blocker from his other wide receiver lined up over there, but can only get about 2 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down, and this will be a very important 4th down call. How crucial is this possession? And we're going to find out if they decide to go for it on 4th and 2, or if they're going to play a bit of a game of field possession, since they were able to get the Cavaliers to go 3 and out on the last possession. It does look like they are going to go for this on 4th and 2. So a big 4th down. There's the snap. It's a fake handoff, or the fake pitch, and a handoff up the middle. Met immediately at the line of scrimmage. This will be a turnover on downs. A huge defensive stop by the Cavaliers. And they will get excellent field position as they try to build on this 15-point lead. Here in the second half, 1:17 left. College Park out of the huddle in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. D'Angelo in the backfield. There's the snap with a fake handoff. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Around some would-be tacklers and down to the 39-yard line. Big first down gain brings up 2nd and 2. Conroe ISD would like to thank our anchor partners for their support: Buckaloo Chevrolet, Wood Forest National Bank, Memorial Hermann, the Woodlands Medical Center, Houston Methodist, the Woodlands Hospital, and Gullo Auto Group. It's a beautiful night here at Wood Forest Bank Stadium in the heart of Montgomery County. It's perfect football weather. Jackets required. Sweatshirts optional, 55 degrees. Full moon. I know the full moon is tomorrow, but we look out of the press box right here, and it looks full to us. And we watched it slowly rise on the east from behind the bleachers when we got here to just about overhead right now, lighting up this stadium on this homecoming weekend for the College Park Cavaliers. There is a player down. Midfield for the Cavaliers being attended to. At moments like this, it's the sportsmanship shown by both sides, which is very encouraging. Home team, visitors alike, giving a round of applause to the player as he's helped off the field. Coming off a huge first down carry of 8-yard gain. They're looking at 2nd and 2. They have scored on 2 of their first 3 possessions in the second half, trying to add to their 15-point lead. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Shotgun formation for the Cavaliers, ready for the snap. Snap is good. Handoff to D'Angelo. Up the middle. Hit immediately at the 40-yard line and brought down for no gain. It would appear the Grizzlies are keying in on D'Angelo a little bit here to force the Cavaliers to dig into their playbook and get somebody else involved in this offense. Ty Buckman in a quarterback from the shotgun. 3 wide. D'Angelo in the backfield. The snap, good. Fake handoff, quarterback keeper up the middle, brought down at the 40. Not enough for the first down. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. And this is one of those sort of odd spots on the field where a punt might go into the end zone and you won't gain but maybe 15 yards in field position. What they're going to do is let the quarter run out and figure out what to do to start the fourth quarter. Cavaliers 28, Grizzlies 13. Wood Forest Bank Stadium on this homecoming night. There we go. Saxophone players can play some air guitar. Of course they can. I have a saxophone theory. Any rock song with a saxophone would sound better with an electric guitar. So the image of a saxophone player playing an air guitar illustrates my point better than I ever could. All right, we're starting the fourth down with the Cavaliers 28, Grand Oaks Grizzlies 13. It's the Cavaliers' ball. They're going to go for it on fourth down from the I formation. They're drawing Grand Oaks off sides. There is no flag. They reset. It was a weird snap, quarterback keeper, no gain. They seem to be waving the clock to stop. I guess that's because it's a turnover on downs. A very ugly play to start the fourth quarter. But that will be a turnover on downs. Grand Oaks takes over on the 40-yard line. I think the intention was to get that offsides call against Grand Oaks, but with no contact being made across the line of scrimmage, they were able to reset. And the snap wasn't the cleanest. The quarterback keeper gaining no yards. Grizzlies under center. Here's the snap. It's a handoff to the right side. Sweep. Almost brought down behind the line. Escapes one would-be tackler, but brought down for a loss at the 36-yard line. Joseph Golden with the tackle for a loss for College Park. Cavaliers came to put a stop to this Grizzlies ground attack, and Grand Oaks has really had nothing going too much in this rushing game today. Quickly out of the huddle, a quick snap. Lots of movement in the backfield. Hand off to number 5. He breaks into has some daylight. He has gone off to the races. He might get caught from behind and brought down at the 15-yard line. A huge gain. And that is just what the Grizzlies needed to get something going here in the second half. They'll mark it at the 13. And although the second half has been dominated by College Park with a good possession and a score here, Grand Oaks finds himself right back in this ballgame. There's the snap. Looking to pass to the right. He's got a man. It's almost intercepted by College Park. Looks like number 27 had the jump on that. Kurt Evangelister nearly with the pickoff. That'll be a 2nd and 10. Grand Oaks would love to get it across the goal line here. That would bring it within one possession. From under center, in motion, quick snap, looking to pass, has a couple minutes in the end zone. Off the fingertips of his intended receiver. That would have been 6 points. An unfortunate drop for the Grizzlies as they're looking at 3rd and 10. Very little variety in Grand Oaks formations. They'll break huddle. Quarterback directly under center. It'll be a quick snap. Lots of movement in the backfield. This one will be a timeout. Grand Oaks, as they want to give some thought to this important 3rd down. Conroe ISD would like to thank our founding partners for their support: Shenandoah Municipal Development District, Richmond Realty Group, Consolidated Communications, Lone Star College, Artavia, St. Luke's Health, the Woodland Sports Medicine Center, and Sam Houston State University. Sam Houston State University, alma mater of my father-in-law, Harry B. Humphreys, listening to this broadcast, and Brian. Grizzlies, very important down, 3rd and 10. Play action, rolls out to his right, almost going to be, he is going to be sacked, folks, at the 24-yard line. That was a huge play by the Cavaliers defense as the Grizzlies were making progress towards that end zone, looking to score, and they're going to have to, it looks like, attempt a field goal. They've already hit a 44-yarder tonight. This one would be in about the 41-yard range. This is not a gimme. It's on the right hash mark. The snap is a little low, but it's put down. Kick is up. And the kick is right down the middle. Field goal is good for the Grizzlies. That puts them 12 points behind the Cavaliers, 28-16, with 9 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Grizzlies kicker has 3 field goals tonight. And quite the leg. 2 of those field goals over 40 yards. I can think of a couple of universities that could use a leg like that. Cavaliers will look to use a little bit of this clock here in the fourth quarter. They do have a 2-possession lead. Of course, if you can break off an 80-yard run, let's do it. 2 men on the goal line to receive this kickoff. The kick is up. It'll be short of the goal line. Fielded at the 10-yard line, brought up to the 20, brought to the left hash mark, up to the 30, and brought down at the 30-yard line. So the Cavaliers came in averaging 25 points a game. They've already got 28 on the board against this Grand Oaks defense. Looking to add to that total. Also coming in with a 3-1 record. First district game. Looking to go to 4-1 from the shotgun. A fake handoff, quarterback keeper. Trying to get some daylight, not a whole lot of room to move. Makes maybe a 2-yard gain up to the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. And the Cavaliers showing no urgency. Although there is a timeout, and it looks like perhaps an injury timeout on the field. We got a Grizzly down. Again, I want to give a special thanks to Chick-fil-A for sponsoring the press box tonight. And I want to thank everybody who found us on the Conroe ISD Athletics YouTube channel, watching the broadcast tonight. Player's able to walk out under his own volition. And that's always good here. So we're back to the action, 2nd and 8 from their own 32-yard line. Snap is good. Handoffs to D'Angelo. He breaks it to the right side. Does not get a lot. Brought down at the line of scrimmage, in fact. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. So it looks like the Grizzlies might have made an adjustment, and they are able to put the brakes on this Cavaliers rushing attack that came out of the second half, firing on all cylinders with a couple of quick scores. A big 3rd down. The clock's ticking down to 8:40. The snap and a roll out to his left side. Quarterback's looking, finds his receiver, number 4, hit out of bounds. They're saying incomplete pass, as he never had total control of that before being knocked out of bounds. Floyd Eaglehart, the senior wide receiver, the intended target. That'll force the Cavaliers to punt, and Grizzlies will get the ball back. They're still showing some life and some fight left in them. They'll set 2 returners back on the 40. The snap is low. There's a flag. Looks like maybe some early movement. It was hard to tell from which side of the line that came from. And they'll call a false start. That'll bring it back 5 yards. And that'll bring up the returners 5 yards to about the 45-yard line. Depending on the punt, Grand Oaks could be looking at some good field position on this possession. The snap is good. The punt is over to about the 43-yard line and fielded, brought up to the 45. Returner hit at the 48. And that's where Grand Oaks will start. Good field position from their own 48-yard line. 8 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game. They're trailing by 12. They've had some promising drives all night, 3 of those ending in field goals. They really need to find the end zone on this possession. Hand off to the right side, brought down at the 50-yard line. Sean Zavir with the carry. It's 2nd and 9 from their own 49-yard line. Out of the huddle. Quick snap from under center. And he's being chased out of the pocket to his left side, looking for a receiver. He has nobody to throw to. Kind of heaves it towards the sideline. Out of bounds and incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. Just over 7.5 minutes left. The Cavaliers' defensive line has been dominating all game. They've not allowed very much running room for the running backs of Grand Oaks, and they've been getting all up in Hudson Hamilton's business there in the backfield, forcing the quarterback to scramble, forcing several throws to the sideline, and 1 intentional grounding call as well. Cavaliers defensive line looking tough. There's a quick snap, handoff to number 16. He's going around the left side, sweeping, cuts it upfield to the 50-yard line. A lot of effort for about 2 or 3 yards there, and that'll bring up a long 4th down. It does appear that they're bringing in a punt team. And there's just over 7 minutes left. So they're going to hope for a quick stop from their defense if they have a chance in this game, giving up the ball with just over 7 minutes left. Cavaliers holding on to a 12-point lead. They'll be looking to work a little clock on this next possession. 2 players back on the 10 to receive the punt. The kick is up. It is super high. And he's calling everybody to clear away. This one's going to be downed. A beautiful punt. Downed at the 1-yard line. Maybe they'll mark it at the 2. But that's exactly what the Grizzlies needed. Tough field position for the Cavaliers. Grand Oaks looking for a quick stop or a quick turnover on downs. They give them a chance to stay in this ball game. This game has kept the interest of everybody here at Wood Forest Bank Stadium. A great crowd tonight. College Park ready. Quarterback in the end zone. Shotgun snap. Quarterback keeper sweeps to the right side. Spin move to get it past the 5-yard line. Brought down at the 6. And that's just what College Park needed there to give themselves some breathing room with their back against the end zone. It'll be 6 yards to go. 2nd down on their own 6-yard line. But the clock is running. They have a 12-point lead. Just over 6 minutes left in the game. Grizzlies have 2 timeouts left that they'll have to work with if they have any hope in this game. Quarterback keeper sweeping to the left-hand side. He brings it up to the 10-yard line and forced out of bounds. Needs to get it to about the 13 for a 1st down. And that'll bring up 3rd, and they'll say 1. It's a long one. So this is the third down if you're on the Grand Oaks side of this stadium that you're hoping for a big stop. It is quarterback under center, quarterback keeper. He doesn't get a huge push on this play, and I would suspect he is going to be marked short of the first down. And in fact, they are saying fourth down. Ball's on the 11.5-yard line, perhaps. And College Park's going to have to punt. That's what Grand Oaks needed with 5.5 minutes left in this game. They are down 2 scores, 28-16. Their returner set up on the 40-yard line of the College Park side of the field. So this will be a short field if they keep possession here. The punt is up and over to the right sideline. It is not a great punt. And I'll be curious to see where they mark this had actually gone out of bounds. They'll say the 40-yard line. So we're just over 5 minutes left. The Grizzlies have 3 points in the second half. They trail 12 to the Cavaliers. Both teams playing their first district game out of a bye week. Grizzlies ready for the snap. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolls to pass, looking to his right and overthrows his receiver. A couple of Cavaliers there on the coverage. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Cavaliers have to feel good about how their defense has played all night. One big play is all they gave up, and that was very early in the first quarter. After that, they have not allowed the Grizzlies to establish a run game. They've constantly put pressure on the quarterback. Here's the snap, handoff up the middle, number 20, hit right after the line of scrimmage, slips one tackler, and then brought down by a gang of tacklers at the 37-yard line. This is definitely 4th down territory for the Grizzlies. So they're looking at 3rd and 7. And you got to think we don't need all 7 yards on this. Of course, they'd like it. But they do have 4 downs to work with. Because we are inside 4.5 minutes now. They have 2 timeouts left to work with. And I believe we're going to get a timeout. Grand Oaks. And a lot of time off the clock before that timeout. So that's got to be a bit frustrating on the Grizzlies sideline there. Grizzlies came in 4-0. Ranked 46 in Region 2. Cavaliers boasting a ranking of 26, so 20 points higher, 20 spots higher in the Region 2 rankings. And the score bears it out tonight, 28-16. This second half has been all about College Park. But the Grizzlies, with a good drive here, can surprise everybody from under center. 3 men in the backfield. Pitch to the right. It's going to be a trick play. He's looking to go with this pass. It's going to be almost intercepted. There were 3 Cavaliers there. And you could almost see they didn't know if they should all fight for it or just knock this ball to the turf. The ball got knocked down to the turf. It brings up 4th down. Good coverage. Not a very good pass. And at this point, the Grizzlies are pulling out some plays from the trick playbook. They've got to get something going, and this is the 4th down that the Grizzlies side is holding their breath on. 4th and 7, under center. Here's the snap, looking to pass, going deep. He wants it all in one play here, and it is through the hands of the wide receiver, who was covered by the Cavaliers, but I do believe that throw was on target. And unfortunately, just through the hands of that wide receiver. And a turnover on downs. Gets the ball back to the Cavaliers. The Grizzlies only have one timeout left. They're down 12. College Park going to look to milk some clock here from under center. They're in the I formation. Wide receiver on the right in motion, takes the pitch, and he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line for a loss of 2. Second and 12 now. Cavaliers in no hurry to get to the line. They want to use as much clock as they can. Again, Grand Oaks only has one timeout to work with. They're down 2 possessions. They're going to need a turnover or a quick turnover on downs for anything to work out in their favor. Here's the snap and a handoff to D'Angelo in the backfield. He's caught in the backfield, but he slips about 2 or 3 would-be tacklers and gets it up to the 40-yard line. Now, he's a little slow getting up, and this would be a big loss for College Park. Hopefully, something that's just a bit of a stinger for their junior running back. Dylan D'Angelo with almost all the carries out of the backfield tonight and some significant yardage for the Cavaliers. This has been an entertaining game. The second half seems to have flown by. And the clock is back to running and will be under 3 minutes by the time this gets snapped. It is 3rd and about 7 yards from the shotgun. Quarterback keeper, he's going to sweep it on the right side, brings it to the 40, up past the 45, gets the first down, and brought down at the 49-yard line, maybe up to the 50. They're saying he was brought down inbounds. Clock will only stop for the chains to move, and then they'll get it winding again. We are under 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. They will mark it on the 50. New set of downs for the Cavaliers. It's going to be tough for the Grizzlies to come back here unless they can get a turnover, because they only have one timeout to work with, and we are just about inside of 2 minutes. Quarterback's under center. He's got the I formation set up. It's a handoff to his running back. Slips after the handoff and brought down at the 49-yard line. That's a loss of 1. So 2nd and 11, inside 2 minutes. Cavaliers will let the play clock get as close to 0 as they can before the snap. That would bring the game clock to about a minute 30. Quarterback in the shotgun takes a snap. He's going to keep it, sweep to the left-hand side. He's hit and dropped at the 50-yard line, so just a 1-yard gain. And looks like Grand Oaks might have used their final timeout. And that'll stop the clock at a minute 26. It'll also bring up 3rd down and 10. And this is a 3rd down where College Park does not need to go for it all. Mistake that would result in a turnover would not be the way to go. And if you don't get the first down, the clock runs. You use one of your timeouts right before that play clock ends and then punt them deep into their own territory. And with 2 scores behind, it would be a very steep challenge. for the Grizzlies to come back from that. So barring anything super unusual, the Cavaliers are in a good position here with 1:26 left from the 50. It's 3rd and 10. From under center, the quarterback takes the snap. It's a handoff. Running backs hit at the 49 and brought down. So you have to imagine this will result in a punt. It's 1:13 left. Play clock at 30. That means they can bring this clock down to 40 seconds. If they wanted to bring it all the way down, which again makes it extremely challenging for the Grizzlies to do anything with 40 seconds left, down by 2 scores. I suspect College Park going to spend one of these timeouts here, as it appears that's exactly what they will do. That'll bring the game clock to 43 seconds. They'll burn one of their timeouts. They'll come back at 4th and 9. And it looks like homecoming for College Park here at Woodforest Bank Stadium going to turn out in a very good way as they open district play. Looking for a victory against Grand Oaks. Cavaliers have to be extremely excited and proud of their defensive effort tonight, holding what seemed like an incredible Grand Oaks rushing attack to well below their average of 387 yards a game. So they will punt, and this will try to get the Grizzlies deep into their own territory. Rugby-style punt, going to be fielded, no, then stepped away from, but downed by the Cavaliers at the 21. So a very long field, 34 seconds left in the game. Grizzlies would need 2 scores. They're down 28-16. Crazier things have happened in football. However, this would be one of the craziest that I've seen if, in fact, they could come back from this deficit. And we're getting ready for what was probably going to be the final possession of the game. Quick snap. Quarterback rolls to his left. He's going to look for a wide receiver deep. Finds somebody at about the 35-yard line. And they will say incomplete, receiver out of bounds. Brings it back to the 21. 27 seconds left. 2nd and 10. 21 seconds left. You got to be thinking, let's just air it out. From under center, it's a handoff. Cuts it to the left side and brought down. Clock keeps running. And that, folks, very well may be the last play of the game. There's no urgency from the Grand Oaks side with 6 seconds left. This game is over. Your homecoming game for College Park Cavaliers ends in victory, 28-16 over the Grand Oaks Grizzlies. That improves the Cavaliers to 4-1 and 1-0 in district play. The Grizzlies' record now 4-1, 0-1 in district play. Thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you to all our viewers. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight at Woodforest Bank Stadium. We'll see you next week. Stay safe. Happy Halloween. And don't forget to vote.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for sticking around tonight to watch this great upcoming band performance. Now forming on the Wood Forest Stadium field is the mighty Cavalier Marching Band. Award-winning Cavalier Band under direction of Mr. Jeff Corey, Associate Band Director Ms. Teresa Martin, Percussion Director is Mr. Rob Savala, and the Color Guard Director is Mr. Lucas Smith. Your Cavalier Band drum majors are Jack Prudy, Nick Duvall, Joseph Thor Estraco, Chloe Garcia, and Mahi Patel. Our section of the week is the Color Guard section, as well as our featured twirler, Sophia DeNubilo. Tonight, our band is excited to show you more of their 2020 performance with our Jupiter movement and our 2020 show titled Planets. And now get ready to enjoy a great show. It's time to watch these great young men and women bring you to a galaxy far, far away. Performing for you the sights and sounds, the award-winning Cavalier Marching Band. enjoyed the show. Good night, and please drive home safely.